All right, we are well into April, and I think it's time to go over my first budget without having any debt. So let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica, and I am dollar blazing with intention in hopes that one day I will be white blazing all the way to Mount Katahdin in Maine. That means I am trying to get a hold of my finances and through hike the Appalachian Trail. Now, just over a week ago, I got out of debt. I paid off my student loan and I am free. Well, it's April now, and my budget actually isn't going to change all that much. I've only adjusted a couple of different things, but let's go over the entire month. So as you know, I kind of divide my money up into 3 different categories. I have a no budge category, a budge category, and a sinking/other category. For the no budge category, that's things like rent. I can't really wiggle out of that one. That's things like electricity. I need to keep my lights on, right? Things like that kind of fall into that category because those are essentially bills. That's what I pay to kind of keep everything going. So with the no budge category, I've got things like rent, therapy, Netflix. Now I know Netflix technically can be budged, like I can nix that and still live my life, but that's kind of always been in that category because it's a bill I pay and it doesn't really budge. Like if I watch one thing on Netflix, that doesn't mean that I only have to pay like $1. If I watch 100 things on Netflix, that doesn't mean I have to pay $100. So that's always $14 flat rate. So I leave that because I can't budge those numbers. So that remains in the no budge category. No budge category also includes electric, car insurance, phone bill, my subscription to Adobe Creative Cloud, my internet bill, and I think that's it. I think that's pretty much it. Now moving over to my budge category. Now the reason I call it my budge category is because I can budge these numbers up, down, whichever direction I need. It includes things like groceries, backpacking money, fun money. So that can all vary. It could all be budged. For instance, if I want to buy name brand things for my grocery, then I will probably budge that number a little bit higher than what I got. Now I usually can live off of $200 a month. But with everything going on right now, I want to make sure I have a little bit more food handy just in case anything happens. I mean, I was used to going to the store every single week getting stuff. So now I'm trying to do that for every 2 weeks or longer. So essentially the budget category includes gas, grocery, backpacking, fun money, miscellaneous money, and household money. Now, if you've seen any of my other previous budgets, my household money was $20 every paycheck, so $40 a month, same as my fun money, going out money was $20 a paycheck, $40 a month. I'm trying to move things into the monthly kind of a budget instead of the paycheck to paycheck budget that I had been doing. It's just something that I'm going to try and transition into. If it's going to work, I don't know, but I'm going to give it a shot. And like I said, if you've been looking at my other previous budgets, you know that my miscellaneous fund usually gets $20 a month or $10 a paycheck. But with all these really uncertain times that we're going through right now, I've realized that my miscellaneous items actually have been a little bit more expensive. So I've given myself $200 for miscellaneous items for the month of April. Last month I had to go and buy like a little table to accommodate my workstation from work. I have my workstation here that I do all my stuff with, but I had to accommodate work. So now I got a little table that helps me out, but that fell into miscellaneous, and these are things that I had to go buy. I had to go buy things like batteries and stuff like that. So I kind of upped that miscellaneous also just in case I need to go over in my grocery budget. So that's probably the biggest thing that changed in my April budget is that my miscellaneous money went from $20 a month to $200 a month. And the reason my miscellaneous was only $20 a month because it was really kind of just around in case there was a birthday card I needed to go buy that I forgot about, or I need to buy stamps for something, or surprise potluck at work that I got to go and like bring something, things like that. Now moving on to the sinking/other fund. This includes my budgeting for the 52-week challenge. If you're unfamiliar with that, that's essentially you save a certain amount of money based on whatever week it is in the year. So the first week you save $1, the second week you save $2, the third week you save $3, blah, 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 blah. So I think we're like around the 15, 16 mark. So I'm saving $15 or $16, $17 a week for the month of April. So that sinking/other fund includes money for that. It includes $50 for my goddaughter because it's Easter, and even though we're stuck indoors, I still want to get her something. So I'm going to send that over to her. She can get whatever she needs. I've also added 2 sinking funds. I've added a backpacking sinking fund, and I added an electronic sinking fund. Now for those, I am contributing $100 to each of those categories. So $100 going to backpacking, $100 going to electronics, and hopefully that just starts building up starting now. The thing I'm going to get with the electronic fund is a new phone. I have a Samsung S7, I believe, and that thing overheats all the time. It's always just got some problems with it. It's very old, so I need to upgrade that. The backpacking fund is going to eventually grow enough to where I can buy things like a tent, trekking poles, basically replacing all of the gear that I have, because I know the stuff that I have right now isn't really going to suffice for my thru hike on the AT. So I need to start saving money to replace my gear right now. The sinking/other also includes car maintenance. Now I used to put, I think like $40 a paycheck into that fund. And obviously towards the end of my getting out of debt session, I decided to nix basically all sinking funds. So I'm going back into throwing money into my dog savings account and also my car maintenance fund because I don't want any surprises. I know I'm eventually going to have to get new tires. I think it's been like 2 years since I got new tires, and I should probably go take a look. So the car maintenance fund takes care of oil changes, tires, things like that. Even a car wash. I have not gotten my car washed in over 2 years. Since I've been on this debt-free journey, I don't think I washed my car once. Yeesh. So I got 3 different categories, right? I got the no budge, I got the budge, and I got my sinking and other, right? Now what I did differently this budget is I kind of determined what percentages of my money are going to things. So, for example, the no budge category is not my money. That belongs to somebody else, right? That has nothing to do with me. These are just things that I have to pay. So things that also kind of fall into not mine is gifts, right? So like I said, I was going to give my goddaughter $50 so she can go and do whatever kids do these days with $50. So that's not my money. So the percentage of not my money that comes out of my income for the month of April is 39%. I actually don't know if that's good or bad. I'm going to say that's pretty good. The biggest expense I have coming out of that is my rent. Now, living expenses, these are things like pretty much what's in the budge category. So that percentage from my April income comes out to 17%. So 39% of my money is going to, is not mine. It's going to my bills and stuff. 17% is what I'm living off of. And a whopping 44% is going to savings in one way or another. Either my sinking fund, the 52-week challenge, and buffing up my emergency fund. 44% of my take-home pay for the month of April is going to savings. That's fantastic. I think that's wonderful. I think it could be more because nothing has changed. I mean, I'd have to go look at my old budgets, but because nothing has changed, that makes me believe that that was probably the percentage of the money that was going towards my debt. So everything that I was pushing for to go towards my debt is now going into my bank account. And it's a really awesome feeling. I think the more months that pass, the more everything kind of grows. I think that's when a lot of it's going to become really unbelievable to me, because it's just amazing how on it I am with my finances. And the other thing is, it's amazing how much I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know a lot of stuff. I'm just doing basic math. There's a lot more things that I have to learn. Things like investing. Oh, that's the other thing. So knowing that I'm going to quit my job in a couple of years, my intention is to start contributing to my 401k in May. and that's going to be either 15 or 20%. I haven't decided, and I don't know. We'll see. During baby step 2, you're not supposed to be contributing to your 401k. So I have not. Luckily for me, my employer contributes 5% no matter what. And I know that Dave Ramsey says don't contribute until your baby step 4, right? But I'm not really doing baby step 3. I mean, I'm going to be saving at least $14,000 to do the AT. And I guess if there's any sort of emergency that happens that requires me to dig into that, then I'm just going to have to do that. But I'm not really calling it a 6 to 8 month emergency fund. I'm calling it my AT fund, and that will officially start in May. I'll officially open up a savings account and start contributing to that specifically. But right now, it's just going into a savings account. I don't know if I'm going to transfer anything over from that to my AT fund when that officially starts, but we'll see. We'll get there. I don't really think I have anything else. I really wanted to make this video as short as I possibly could because I'm very tired. I know a lot of us are working from home now. I think that was just a crazy transition, and now I'm kind of getting into the flow of working from home. However, it still takes a lot out of me. You would think I'm at home, I'd be able to do a lot of videos all the time, but it just doesn't work out that way. I am extremely exhausted at the end of the day. And plus just the stress of like watching the news and things like that. So I'm trying to be kind to myself and say, hey, you don't have to do everything 120% all the time. Take some chill time, relax. So if you're kind of in that boat, take some chill time, relax. You're going to be fine. Everything's going to be good. I really hope everyone is staying safe. I hope everybody is being well. And that's it. Like and subscribe if you feel like liking and subscribing. And we'll catch you in the next video. Later.